Bomba, 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 clot. Manchester United have got their striker. Manchester United have their number 9. It's just come out now. David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano, clear as day. Benjamin Sesko has chosen Man United to sign on a long-term deal up until 2030. Big breaking news this, because Man United have been crying out for a striker. People know that Newcastle have been linked to him as well. And I just love it when news just drops randomly, casually, just like that. It's perfect. Man United have now got their striker in. It's going to be a big season coming up. Big season coming up. 3 attackers that Man United have got. 3 of the main guys that Amrin wanted. There's kind of no excuses on our side now. Manchester United need to score goals, people. Manchester United got 44 goals last season in the league, which is a travesty. But now we've upgraded. We've got 3 proven players in 2. Well, 1 young, hot talent, 2 proven Premier League players. There's no more excuses, guys. So we've got to talk about it, man. Manchester United, we're going to talk on first. Definitely going to talk on Liverpool as well. And the Baleba news. There's been a lot. Rob, since we spoke 2 weeks ago, a lot's been happening. Arsenal letting down Ackers for, Villarreal and that. You know what I mean? Like, we know how it is. I know people had money on Arsenal. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So, it's not been a good day for some Arsenal fans and that. Some of them are questioning, are we good enough for top 4, this and that. So there's loads to dive into. So what are you saying, my brother? What are you saying?
No, I'm good. Like you said, bro, from when we spoke 2 weeks ago, a lot's happened, bro. Like, you can go through all the clubs. We thought the Isaac news was closer than we thought. Now there's a delay on that. I think last time we spoke, Sesko to Man United weren't really even in the pipeline. Yeah, there was links, but it didn't look concrete. Now you've agreed a deal. Chelsea's obviously got Hato and Simmons looks like he's going their way. Jackson looks like he's off to Newcastle. The only club you could say, Gokras is signed for Arsenal since then. The only club you can say that's been quiet out of the bigger clubs would you say is City. But I know them. They're going to come alive in the next, probably from now to the end of the window.
Yeah,
even
they'll probably get that right back. I think they're just missing.
Literally. And even Everton, I've always rated Dewsbury Hall. They've made additions. Bro, like everyone bar Newcastle, Villa, and City.
Now, do you know what? Villa, I'll be real. The signing they made the other day, Guesson from Nice, cold.
This is why I love speaking to you, because I don't have a clue that is. But
bro, he's cold. He's like a better version for me. Like, he's like an Ismail Assar. You know them right-hand channel guys that can come inside, play up top, can play on the wide. Ismail Assar for Palace. He's like that. He's got a sick dribbling ability. He picks up the ball from the halfway line, drives a bit. He's going to be good. Like, trust me, they've got 30 million for Ivan Guesson. Good signing. And you know me, I like them sort of, them undercover ballers. Do you know what I mean? I like them undercover ballers.
That's what I mean. You know them kind of undercover ballers. I always say, like, you're ahead of a curve. You're like Bolt on a 200-meter sprint. Like, you drive the curve. Like, you know ballers before they actually get announced to the world. Like, me and Kaz were even saying, you knew Gokras before most man did from Coventry days. And you even wanted him from Coventry days. So, yeah, bro, like, I can't lie. It's crazy. But I heard, it's not even just from me. My other boy who knows that kind of the underground ballers, he was at the guy who Villa's just signed, like you said, his speciality is more ball carrying. And you know, I like my dribblers. I
like them ball carrying dribblers. 100%.
Yeah, I probably like him.
That they cause chaos and teams either have to foul them or you're going to make a great tackle. You make them make the decision. But yeah, bro, what do you think then on this Sesko stuff? Because I can't lie, right? I'm gonna be real. Big up everyone that's watching. Make sure you smash a like as well. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I wanted Ollie Watkins. I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I've said it live on air. I wanted Ollie Watkins. I wanted someone in the Premier League proven is gonna come in, gives us more than 35 games a season, never injured, gets you 15 league goals. Cool. Him and Bumo can do their thing. However, as soon as I got put aside and we chased Sesko, I've got to turn my attention to. Do you know what? What do I think of Sesko? I don't think Sesko is the full package yet. Don't get it twisted. He's 22. He's one of the best under 23 hot talents in Europe in terms of the striking department, right? But I was like, is he coming into... I started questioning the environment. He's coming into the environment. We've got Højlund. We've got Xerxes. I like Xerxes. Højlund, he can go, right? But they were in a team where Rashford was not there really firing. Anthony wasn't. Garnacho, we know what that is. Bruno's basically been the one relied upon. So you've got a lot of pressure when you're coming into Manchester United as the main number 9 when you haven't got really the support around you. Whereas we're not throwing Sesko into that environment. I would have been worried if Sesko was the first signing in the summer and nothing else happened. But when you look at it now, Ross, and you say Garnacho's going Chelsea, right? Rashford's gone to Barcelona. Anthony is what Anthony is, yeah, whatever happens. But you look at it now, you got Mbumo, 26, in his prime, Premier League proven, 20 goals last season with pens, cool, it is what it is. He's done his thing with Ivan Toney years before that. You've got Cunha, everyone knows, great ball carrying ability, Premier League proven, got the mentality as well, that South American dog in him. 2 Premier League proven players at 26, 27. And then you throw in Sesko on top. Now that's where I'm like, you know what? I'm cool. I feel comfortable because the pressure's not just on Sesko now. If he's not scoring, Mbumo and Cunha can be scoring. Xerxes can be scoring. Ahmad Bruno can be scoring. We're not just relying on Sesko. But now, if Mbumo and Cunha cook, and you've got Ahmad Bruno and others creating, and you just got a cherry Bakewell, and Sesko's the cherry in the middle, put the ball in the back of the net, then we're there. And I'm thinking now, Sesko could be that guy. Just put the ball in the net.
And do you know what, Tat, like you said, it just alleviates pressure because he's got 2 Prem proven players. It's not even like he's got 1 next to him. He's got 2 either side, bro. So it alleviates that pressure. And like I said to you 2 weeks ago, and you know this, Sesko, I didn't want him at my club. And I don't think the Arsenal fans should have wanted him at their club because, again, he's not the finished article. He hasn't hit his full, like, there's just a lot of potential there. And Arsenal and Liverpool in different stages to United, you're kind of, even though you're still Manchester United, you're not there to win the league. Like, ask any sane United fan, your objective isn't to win the league this season. Us and Arsenal are to win the league. So we can't really have that bedding in time frame. We need a win now striker as to why we're looking at Isaacs, as to why Arsenal brought in Gyökeres. But the way I see it, bro, is even if Sesko doesn't hit mad numbers, it doesn't really matter. As long as United as a whole, your front 3 as a whole,
they're all getting 10 to 15.
Exactly. And it alleviates that pressure. Like you said, even if Sesko is coming in with 1 of Mbeumo or Cunha, then maybe it's like, we've only got 1 out-and-out goal scorer. We need you to chip in a bit more than we would have liked. Now you've got 2 either side because you can also contribute in a different way. Let's say he doesn't bang in that many goals, but like, I like to call it pre-assist. Let's say he gets pre-assist, right? So he's the pass before the pass. The stats won't show you that he's the pass before the pass, but if you're watching it, you're like, exactly. The game. You see his contribution, how he's impacting the game. I just think if he puts up performances, I don't think there'll be that much. And if he does bang in the goals, it's a bonus for you lot because, like me and you were saying a couple of weeks ago, he's not a bad footballer. I feel like there's a trend in football, like you could say Ekatike, your Jacksons, your Seskos. None of them are the finished article, but they're good footballers. They're linchpins. They can link play. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I can't lie. This is a very good deal for United. Where you lot need to be, this is a very good deal. And I know we're going to get on to the next bit later on the show, but if you get that other guy...
I'm running around my street with my top off.
With 1 game a week.
Going mad.
You're the last club I want to get gas for, but 1 game a week, if you get Sesko and Baleba, I can't. You lot can start dreaming. You can.
Bro. We can start dreaming of Champions League spots. Facts. 100%. I'm not going to do the touting thing. I'm not going to get too, I'm not going to do a rant to get my shades on yet. But, you know what I mean? But it's time to be excited. You're right. Here it is. Florian Prettenberg says, Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United, done deal. Agreement in principle with Leipzig has now been reached. Last details. Transfer fee is 85 million euros in total. Contract at least until 2030, medical scheduled, flight booked. I'm thinking as well, because we play Fiorentina at home on Saturday, he's probably going to try and get the medical and stuff done, and then they're going to announce him to the crowd on Saturday before the last friendly at home. Then he's got a week to train. I don't think he starts against Arsenal because I don't think he's been involved for Leipzig too much. I think it's more get him training, maybe on the bench. If not, we've got Fulham away the week after, but we have got our striker. And I think the clear thing for me now is that, like, when you're guessing lineups, Roms, and you're like, who's going to start? I feel like now it's like Sesko starting.
Especially your front 3. Yeah.
Like, it's done. It's like, just now, Ruben Amorim, the pressure's technically on him to now get them bedding together because your front 3, Mbumo, Cunha, and Sesko. It's 190 million we've just spent on 3 forwards. And that's not bad. To be fair, in today's market, that's not crazy. That's for 3 starters. Yeah, for 3 starters, you break it, it's like
60 mil each?
65 million each. Like, you know what I mean? You'll take that. So, like, I know my front 3. I know what they can do. And do you know what? I think it's the profiles that I like. I think there's a good mixture because Sesko, something that I think is underappreciated, yeah, and you'll know this from watching Match Day back in the day and your dad and that following football, yeah. Nowadays, defenders are not used to them physical, like long ball, man head the ball into the back of the net, that crossing type of whip it in and let the striker get on the end of it. Them Mandzukic type of goals and that, you know what I'm saying? And Sesko can do that. We can get a cross into the box now. He can be a threat from headers. Calvert-Lewin was the last one doing it a few years ago. He was danger, man. People didn't want crosses coming into the box.
It gives you another dimension, innit?
It gives you another dimension that a lot of teams don't really have. I remember when Chelsea doing it and Diego Costa was a beast in there. And it gives us that dimension that we can cross the ball. Sesko can drop deep. For a tall guy, he's not slow, you know. Like over long strides, he can gallop. He's a bit like a horse. The longer the strides go,
he's similar to Ekatike, innit?
Yeah, Ekatike, Haaland. Like when you get them running, they can run and they're hard to pull back. And then you got him obviously linking it up as well. And then you got Mbumo, who we know cut in and shoot, can do a Heung-min Son type thing where when you drop in, he's spinning off and running in behind. And then you got Cunha, who for me is just a bit of a mad dog. He can do a bit of dribbling, he can cut in and shoot. He's just got a bit of everything to his game. So we've got variety now, bro. Like we've got variety.
And then you still got a player me and you both rate. You still got Xerxes on the bench.
Yeah.
Bro, like Højlund will probably cut now. Like you said, like, I think I'm seeing Milana heavily linked with him, loan with obligations, because Italy don't have money at the moment. But I can't lie, it's looking good for you. And even Ahmad, like, let's say you get another out and out win back, he could be obviously he'll play win back, but he could still be used as depth as well. I can't lie, you're slowly building. What I would say though, from what because the game I watched, what's the game I watched with you?
Was it the same game we watched, Everton after Regaland?
Yeah, Everton after Regaland. I still think you're susceptible to that counter, man. There's times Everton were looking like Barcelona, and I still think
I hear it.
And this might be a nice segue, but I still think you need to plug the midfield holes, and this probably comes into like the Baleba talk, because bro, how this came out of any? Do you know what, Ty? I don't know about you, yeah, but I think you'll agree. When people say the Barca's don't have money, the United's don't have, shut up, man, just shut up.
I've been told it as well, though. You know what? I've been told it as well, though. You know.
I know, but I've never believed it, bro. When you've got a super giant like your Barca, let's be honest, in the last 5 years, the teams we've been told, not 5 years, sorry, let's say last 3 years, the teams we've been told we didn't have money, especially you lot this summer, was United and Barca. I don't get twisted. I know Barca sometimes find it hard to register players, but they eventually register the players. Do you know what I mean? Barca don't have money. They end up buying players, right? And I know they've done well with their academy recently. Kubarasi, I think that's how you pronounce it. Fermin, Yamal, do you know what I mean? They've promoted a lot of players for their academy, but when everyone's at United are broken in out of money, even when I sit on panels and whatnot, I kind of just stay quiet. I don't subscribe to that notion, because it's literally the last 24 hours has showed you clubs like this can pluck out money from anywhere. I never subscribe to that notion United are broke, because, bro, apparently they're holding out for 100 million. I think you can find a happy medium. I think if you start off at 80 million with 10 million add-ons, I think that's enough to get a 90 million package. I don't think we'll have to go to 100.
Especially if he also pushes forward the move.
Just about to say that. It's kind of like us with Isak, but Isak has done his bit now. You need the player to want the move and put pressure on the club as well, because this is what you might not want to hear. I think Baleva's kind of that happy-go-lucky guy where he doesn't really mind what happens.
Yeah, he could sign a new deal at Brighton and they'll say you can go next summer. You'll be like, okay.
That's what's been reported today, Ty.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that.
Yeah.
Like, apparently, they're going to offer him a new deal to fend you lot off and insert a release clause for next summer. But why that's mad is that you'll have more suitors will probably come into the mix. It's like the Isak thing. That's why both our clubs, Liverpool, United, both have to get Isak and Baleba this summer, because next summer it's not just. I feel like you got a clear run with him, and I feel like we got a clear run with Isak. But next summer,
year,
Chelsea, then have
Arsenal, and also we don't know how. Look, we all don't know how any team's going to perform yet. So if a team like Man United, what we done last year, finishing 15th, we've gone out and spent big because we had to. We had no choice. If a Chelsea, City, or Arsenal or Liverpool just happen to be under the weather, get a bit of a cold, and finish a bit below them where they used to be. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, though? Where you're expecting.
Caught in the blizzard.
Caught in the blizzard. The fans are going to be like, you need to go out and spend. You need to go out and buy it. And you're going to be looking at players like these guys. And this is why I think it's massive. Like, Sesko, yeah, do you know what? I hear that, Ali.
I was just about to say, big up, Ali.
Yeah, big up Ali. I don't normally respect Indakaila, but yeah, like he got that bang on right. Big up Ty, big up Adam as well. Yeah, bless up, guys. Make sure you liking the video as well. Big up for showing love and coming through. The thing is as well, yeah, is like, as a United fan, if you told me in May we were going to get these 3 attackers, I would have been like, I believe 2 of them could probably come because it's Man United. Like you said, we're still a big club, even though we're not where we want to be. But getting all 3 when other teams were definitely in for them is crazy considering where we finished, right? But then for me, like, it's like, okay, because this is what I want to ask you. We're going back to Baleba, right? Me and Saeed, I don't know if you watched me and Saeed's show yesterday. We had a bit of a disagreement, which was good, yeah? We had like a bit, and it would be good for the comments to think about this as well. So now we've got Sesko, yeah, and Mbumo and Cunha. Where do you think Man United should be finishing next season?
Sesko and... So this is without Baleba, just your front line.
Yeah, this is without Baleba because he's not here. I said top 8's realistic.
Cool. I think you should. This isn't me saying you will. Actually, you should finish in the top 8, but you should be aiming for the top 6. So you should. Anything lower than 8 is sorry if you get that front line. But I can't see it. Some people might say no, they should be finishing top 6. But I'm sorry, by default, the top 4 already have a better.
Done. Yeah.
You've got a better front line than Spurs. But I think
it's Newcastle, Villa, and Spurs. We've got to finish above.
But then it's funny you say them 3, yeah, because Newcastle, we're going as of now, right?
Yeah.
As of now. Newcastle will add in. They're probably going to be the craziest team in the next 3 weeks because everyone's been rejecting them. But Newcastle, as it stands, they've got a striker that don't want to play for them. They've got one recognised 9 in Ursula. And I just don't think the morale's right at the moment. So Newcastle, as it stands, I actually have you lot finishing above them. Villa's not done much, but I still think Villa's 11. Maybe not their squad, but their 11 is still...
They're in the Europa League as well, though.
It's true, which will stretch them. And then, see, Spurs are a weird one because their attacking depth, even with Maddison, it's still a bit mad.
Madison's out. Madison's out for the season, basically.
Exactly. And now, even with him, they still wanted more forwards. Because Tell I might have got wrong. At Bayern Munich, I was like, who's this young prodigy?
Yeah, I don't think he's that great.
He's one of them players, the more you watch him, I'm like, maybe I overrate him. I like Odebert. I always have. I do like Odebert, I must say. But Solanke needs to really hit the ground running. Kudus is a big coup for them on the right.
Yeah, that's a big coup. Him and Kulusevski, if they keep them fit.
But because Kulusevski's not back till, I think, December. I think Mons was saying, big up Mons, but I think Mons was saying December because he's got an injury. Because they're looking at a 10 and a left winger, right?
Yeah, that's why they want Eze then. Okay.
Exactly. So I'm just thinking, you should aim for no lower than 8.
And also, new manager, Thomas Frank, and they finished below us last season.
But on the flip side, I don't know if you watched their pre-season. I watched them against Arsenal. They look so... It's like night and day with Ange Ball. They look harder to break down. I think they're on later against Bayern Munich. If I can, I'll try and look into that.
5:30.
But like... Yeah, I think, yes, 5:30. But I'll try and look into that. But Ty, they don't look as open, man. They don't look as open. I know it is preseason. They want to get carried away.
Thomas Frank, man, he's a good coach.
I'll give you an early prediction. I think I even said it to you when I was with you at the weekend. I've got them 5th. Call it audacious.
Yeah.
Not with this current squad, but I think it's because they're going to add.
Yeah,
I think they're going to add. And I rate Frank highly because I remember when the season where we finished 5th and we had that dreadful first 6 months and Slot was under pressure. I said, if Slot was to go, Thomas Frank's my first appointment. I got looked at like I was mad.
Yeah, you did.
One about your stamp. Do you remember? I've always rated Frank, and I just feel like give him better play. You've seen his CV. All of his Brentford players improved. Tony, Watkins, Mbeumo, Ben Rama, Norgard, Jensen, like Yanel, all these guys, Pinnock, like Henry, like Hickey, like he's just improved so many players that have gone on to other teams. He's good at that. So you might look at the Tottenham team and think, because sometimes they have to have great individuals. You've got a good coach, he can blend.
Yeah, you've got a good coach, he can blend.
Do you know what I mean? 100%. So I
look at Forest last season.
There you go. Spurs are my dark horse, but they do need to add to their.
I'm with you.
Pauline is a big signing for them. Big signing for them.
Yeah, because I feel like Bentancur, Bergvall, Maddison, Kulusevski, the central players, even Papi Sarr, they're not holding defensive midfielders. They like to gallop. They like to be box to box, up and down. With Palhinha there now, he sits there and he allows them to be them now. Bentancur can go further forward, up and down the pitch. Bergwall can do that. Papi Sarr, we know them African man. They've got the physicality to get up and down the pitch.
They got lungs for days. Yeah.
I think they've got lungs for days. They can do marathons. So when I look at it, I agree with you that Man United should be minimum finishing top 8. Minimum. Sacked if not.
Do you know, to answer your question, where I think you'll finish is, and when I'm deep in it, I think you'll finish.
Think we're going to finish 7th,
sixth, without Baleba. Because I just think people are forgetting one game a week. You're not going to be exhausted like us City. Them like, we just had a grudge 90 minutes away at like the Bernabeu or something. Now we have to then play at the weekend. You lot will have a good 4 or 5 days to concentrate on your opponent. Do you know what I mean? So
I think minimum top 8. That's the minimum requirement. I think top 6 is what we should be definitely looking at now. Because Saeed said yesterday, before Sesko deal confirmed, he said top 6 minimum. So I said to him, okay, I hear it.
Without Sesko or with Sesko?
He said, he just said, probably with Sesko, to be fair. I think we're more talking like, so he was at top 6 minimum. But I was kind of unsure at first because I was like, top 6 minimum. So that means we finish 7th. That means you want the manager to go. But then what's a good season? Because if you're saying top 6 minimum, what's then good? So for me, I think top 6 would still be a good season. That's how I look at it.
And if you chuck in a trophy as well, because let's be honest, United don't do well in the cups. A little FA Cup or Carabao.
Top 6 in a trophy and seeing like, as long as we're seeing
progression,
a consistent style of play, it's balanced. Like we're not just wide open. We're not getting lucky every week. I want to see something where the performances are getting better, but we're getting results with it. I think that's fair because, bro, if we get Baleba, Roms, all I'm going to say is we can make Champions League.
I agree. I
have to say because Arsenal are Arsenal at the moment. They're 1 or 2 signings still short, but they're not doing that great in preseason. I know next week they're going to play a different team. It won't be Norgard. It won't be Marino. I hear that, guys. Arsenal should be definitely performing. But Arsenal, Chelsea, great young team. Won the Club World Cup full of confidence. Will they fatigue? Will their experience catch up with them with the youth? City should be there, definitely. Liverpool should be there. They're the 2 that I think are definitely there. Arsenal should be there. But I'm not saying we're going to finish in the top 4. However, I've just got to be real and say, if we go out and get 3 attackers and then sign probably one of the best young midfielders in the world right now, who's got the legs, the gas tank, the dribbling, the ball carrying, tackling, with Baleba in there, bro, there's no reason why we can't be saying our aim is to try and get into top 6 minimum, aim top 4.
Baleba and Wharton, I always kind of group them together. I think a lot of people do. Bro,
anytime you got them together, your midfield's complete.
Complete, bro. And I've deeped it. Baleba and Wharton right now, bar Arsenal and City, get into every Premier League team, bro. Bar Arsenal and City, when you deep it, because I think Rodri and Reinders, it's hard to break in that too. And I think Rice and Zubimendi, it's hard to break in that too. And obviously Wharton and Baleba, they're not 10s. But like us, there's a reason why Klopp slot wedding for Zubimendi. I think he wants to push Gravenberch a bit forward in I don't think he's
agree.
Out and out.
You're missing that little number 6 in their control.
Yeah. But the reason why, the thing is, Slot has a certain type of DM. You need to be technically astute. That's why Gravenberch plays there, because he can receive it on the half turn. He can collect it off the back four comfortably. Zubimendi can, a Wharton can, a Baleba can. That's why he still wants that DM. I think this summer we're going to focus on our attack.
Next summer, that's one of your main. That's one of your main.
I think Wharton. I've heard murmurs through the background and whatnot that Wharton's kind of already given the green light for summer 2026. But to us, I just feel like Baleba gets into. Do you know why I'm actually, as much as it hurts as a Liverpool fan, why I have to rate your window? And I always look at signings. What other teams would they get into? That's how I kind of assess signings. Like I said to you, and Mbeumo, big up Noah every time. And Mbeumo gets into every Premier League team, in my opinion, apart from, you probably say Spurs, Arsenal, and Liverpool now because of Kudus, Salah, and Saka. Well, actually, Mbeumo and Kudus is an argument.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think Mbeumo would probably just get over Kudus because of numbers.
Numbers, yeah. But I think Arsenal and Liverpool, Saka and Salah, I don't think they're the only 2 teams, and Mbeumo doesn't. Cunha, on the other hand, on the left, gets into every Premier League team. I think he gets into City, Arsenal, Liverpool. I think he literally gets into every Premier League team.
He starts over he starts over Neto and Gittins.
Yeah. City for me over Amar Mouche or Doku. Liverpool over Rio and Gakpo, even though I'm loving them two at the moment, but over them
Okay,
two.
you'd have Cunha over Gakpo.
Yeah, I would. I've always rated Cunha.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm trying to think who else. Spurs need a left winger. Villa need one.
Yeah, because Jacob Ramsey's the left winger at Villa, and I'm like, they can upgrade on that.
Yeah. Cunha's better than Gordon for Newcastle, in my opinion. Like,
Okay.
Cunha gets 17. Then you got Sesko, who had heavy links with Arsenal. I wouldn't say we were in for him, but we spoke to his camp.
Yeah.
Like you said, one of the most sought after forwards under 24 in world football. You're signing 3 players that get into most other teams, and then you're signing a Baleba that gets into pretty much every team. Do you know what I mean?
Bro.
So
we actually what do you think the chances are of us getting Baleba? Because even someone's asking, like, is Baleba coming? Big up, man. We're just talking about stuff like that now. Big up Philip as well, even though he's a Liverpool fan. I love that he's in the chat as well. It shows love, showing love. Big up. What's it called? In terms of Baleba, yeah, like, I think you're right. He's settled that he's like, I'm 20 years of age or whatever it is, 21. I'm gonna move and get my big. I'm gonna get my big club.
He's 21.
Yeah, like, so if he
I thought he was like 23, 24.
Nah, he's younger than that. That's what I'm saying. So, like, he's
this good already.
He's this good. So when he has a good season next year, because there's no doubt he would. You just know his ability. If you watch ball, you know he's gonna be good. They're gonna try and get more than 100 million. They probably look at him, and I'm not gonna lie. People might think I'm crazy for this. When I've watched him and I've watched Caicedo, I prefer what Baleba could become. Because I think Baleba is more quicker around the pitch. And I like players that are quicker around the pitch.
And he's a bit more technically astute.
He's a bit more technical. I think his passing's better. Yeah, I think Baleba could be better than Caicedo. But Caicedo's sick. I'm not trying to say he's not sick. He's cold.
Yeah. Before you two go mad, we're saying Caicedo right now is still the better player, but Baleba has the higher ceiling.
If you ask me, like, if you gave me 2 players right now and said sign Baleba or Caicedo, I'm still going to go with Baleba because of what he can do on the ball and the mobility around the pitch. I love him. And the thing is, right, is Baleba's like, I'm going to stay here 1 more year and I'm going to leave and go to a big club anyway. And he's going to have bare options. That's the positive for him. So he can just sign a new deal and stay comfy. Or he could look at it like, you know, I'm Cameroon. I've got Anana there, my brethren. I've got Mbumo there, Cameroonian link, yeah? And you could be like, you know what? I will potentially, but if an injury happens, an ACL or anything like that, I might not get this opportunity again. So it's like, yo, if I'm Baleba, if he really wants to come, he should push Brighton and say, look, I want to discuss a move to Manchester United. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And they say to Man United, look, you've got to pay 80 plus 10. I think that's fair, by the way. 90 plus 10, that's 100 mil. I think if he wants to come and he pushes for a move,
90 million package.
10, 90 million package is fine. And do you know what, Roms? You know when people talk about, are they overpaying? This and that. I'm telling you now, Baleba, I will drive to Brighton. I will come through South London, M25, M27, down to Brighton, and I will drive you to Old Trafford. Because, bro, there's certain players, right? Alexander Isak, a perfect example, which we're going to talk about with you lot of Liverpool after, is that there's certain man, you don't care what the price is because the quality.
Pay. Yeah.
Just pay. You get what I'm saying? Just pay the bread because Baleba for us changes everything. Like, you get Sesko, you get Mbumo, you get Cunha. I get it. I love it and I'm very happy, right? But there's certain signings that go from here to here. And Baleba, in terms of our midfield, you watched it against Everton the other day. Kobe Minu, a great player, by the way, but he suits a 3-man midfield. He hasn't got the legs and the athleticism to play in a 2. Ugarte, brother, that guy receiving the ball back to goal. Oh my God. It's like, I don't even know.
It's horrendous.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's horrendous. So I'm not having that. And then you've got Bruno Fernandes. I'm not a fan of him personally playing in a 2-man midfield. He actually gave away the ball for the goal, for the second goal, trying to nutmeg a player. And then we scored the own goal. And then you've got Toby Collier's going to leave. And you've got Casemiro, brilliant player, great experience. But unfortunately, to play in that position, he lacks a bit on the ball. But maybe 1 game a week might help him because he's one of them players.
To say that. He might have one of his better seasons.
He might just have one of his better seasons because he can play 70 minutes, match it out, get subbed off. But, bro, when you look at a 2-man midfield, you need legs. You need someone that can tackle, cover ground, and pass. Baleba does it all. Not just does it all, does it all. He raises the bar. Like, that is the signing for me. If we get Baleba, we can challenge for the Champions League. That's how good he is at getting in the spots.
Do you know what, Ty? I said it on the show side this morning. I threw in a spanner in the works, and the chat didn't agree. The panel didn't really agree, but this is my logic for it. I can see a world where you get Baleba in January. I'll say that to say this. You know, Brighton are very... I'll say that to say this. First of all, we've seen some of the biggest deals ever happen in January, yeah? Like your Van Dijks, your Bamiyangs. I'm probably even forgetting some now, but your Luis Suarez is...
Fernando Torres.
No, that was a summer move.
Was it? What, to Chelsea?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant to Liverpool. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're proving my point. You're
Yeah.
proving my point to Chelsea. Didn't Evra come in January or Vidic, or were they
Yeah,
summer?
both, I think.
Exactly. So this is my point, Ty. Yeah, you know, Brighton are that type of team to do like good groundwork and do shrewd signings. I think they'll say, you know what, gentleman's agreement. I know gentleman's agreement's not really that popular nowadays because a lot of clubs that go back on their promise. But gentleman's agreement. Look, Baleba, let us just have a search for 6 months. You go AFCON, just for AFCON, you get the deal done with United, and then we'll identify our DM. Just give us 6 more months, and then I promise you we'll let you go in January. And I can see United going in for him January. I'm not saying that will happen, but keep an eye out for that one. I feel like they want to identify the target.
Side
Said, wouldn't they just do that from? Said said, wouldn't they just do that from now? Which he's got a point. Like they're still
they can find a replacement, and I don't feel like Brighton, because the way Brighton are, with their coach, their system, you have to be a very technical player to play in that Brighton system. You don't just bop into that team and you get what's going on straight away. It kind of like feels like, when like Pep's at City, he brings in players and they take like a season to bed in, or at Brighton, you don't normally come in and just hit the ground running. I feel like you might need time. So I don't think Brighton, that type of team that would want to bring in a replacement for probably their best player right now. João Pedro is gone, their best player in the middle of the season. So I think he either goes now or he leaves, like you said, a release clause, Jack Grealish type of thing. Teams pay 110 million next summer. And like you said, the big problem for Man United is, 1, you don't know where we're going to finish this season. 2, you don't know what the rivals are going to do. And 3, you don't know who the hell is going to be in for Baleba, because you lot could come back in for him or Wharton. We might go in for Wharton as well as Baleba. City, you don't know what they're going to do, because Rodri, how's he going to recover from his injury? Might not be the same. Gundogan's going to have to cut. So they're going to look at a midfielder. You've got Chelsea. They've got Caicedo, Lavia in there. If Lavia has another injury hit season, they could be like,
yo, be in for someone,
goodbye, Lavia. Welcome Wharton, welcome Baleba. And we know that Chelsea and Brighton get along. Them man do business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the boys in blue. Them man do business.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean? So,
and you know what's worrying for you? So do we as well. McAllister do that. I mean, even though that was more of a release clause, but
James Milner went there. The relationship.
Adam Lallana, I think, went straight there. We've got a good relationship with them as well.
You know what I'm saying? And it happens. So, like, if I'm Man United, if you want to like cement this summer and say, right, like Man United, Ineos, if you got Baleba, like, I love you. Like, I'll say it on air, I love you. Like, if Ineos can do this, like, do you know what I'm Roms? It's one of them ones. It just moves everything of the needle of what we can achieve this season. And like you said, one game a week. Big up Sis as well, man. If you guys don't know about Sis, makes music, does a lot of stuff in the Balami set as well down in South London. Big with Novelist in that as well. So he does his thing. Big up.
Sorry to cut you, Ty.
I
think he held me up at Wireless. So
he might have.
Is it you? I think we were speaking at Wireless. If that's just big up, bro. But he's
proper sick, man. Does his music thing as well. So now, love every time for watching, bro. To be honest, I had United to finish 12th, 15th, 3-4 week. What? Philip, man. Nah, let me even finish this.
I think that big up, Philip, but I think that's the Liverpool in us. Like, they won't have another season like that. They won't have another season.
Not 12th to 15th. 7th to 10th, I understand that. A lot of people have actually said 7th to 10th. And
do you know what, Philip? Now, if they have another bad season, it will be between 7th and 10th. Because that's still bad for United. I think if you finish 7th, 10th, their fans will still be screwing. But that's what I think it will be. Yes, big up. And you sorted out my boy of Saturday as well.
That's sick. That's sick.
Big up, bro.
Like, I agree with you. A bad season would actually be between 8th and 10th. We should now be thinking 7th or higher. Like, and 7th, I feel like it's even going to be a bit uncomfortable for people. They're not going to be even happy with that. I think most fans now, like me and you are saying this now, but when we go on streams now and you're streaming with other man, Saeed, they're going to be saying we need to get top 6 minimum. And I kind of hear it. I kind of get it because of who we're competing against. Like you said, the 4's done. But for me, it's Villa, Newcastle, Man United and Spurs. Allowing one of them to finish above you, cool. But the window we've had and the team we've still kind of got, and Amram in his second season, if he's the coach we think, we should be finishing above 2 of them, especially because they've got Europe. You're right. Saeed's right. I think Saeed's got me.
Who's your setback 3? Because I think it'll be Euro Delit. And who's the 3rd?
I think it could be Mazraoui, but obviously he's not there at the moment. So I think it'll be Luke Shaw for now. The Sandro Martinez is a very interesting one because we want to build up from the back, and we're not great at the moment. Yeah, his height's not great, but in terms of ball playing centre backs, he's one of the best in the world, bro. Like, he's one of the. So
he splits lines for fun.
Yeah, he breaks.
That's why I asked you, because I feel like you've even seen. I've not watched all your preseason games, but like De Ligt and Euro, the two. I think they're the mainstays. 2 out of the 3, you would say, and then the third's kind of up for grabs. But you got that Ahmad as your left wing back, your right wing. Sorry, Dorgu. Wait, Ahmad will play right or left? Right,
if it was me, Dorgu left wing back, Ahmad right wing back.
So
that's a nice foot. That's nice, because Dorgu's growing and Ahmad can cut in on his left foot. So we've got 2 different type of profiles.
You know, Amarim's slowly getting the team in his design. Slowly.
This is what I'm saying, bro. I'm an Amarim fan, but I'm not really gonna have much legs to stand on if we flop badly this season. Because you know me, everyone knows about the Ten Hag thing. I was giving Ten Hag time, and everyone's like, "Tie you back every manager." It's like, no. If you knew me, I hated David Moyes. I hated Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Not Holly. I hated Jose Mourinho. So I don't like every manager, but I believed in Eric Ten Hag when he come in. A lot of people did when they saw what his Ajax team were doing. I wasn't delusional, but it just fell short. But with Amarim, I like the way he speaks. I like the way he projects himself. He's very real. But bro, that's all pretty, but you need to deliver results. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you can do all the nice talk, but at the end of the day, you're judged on results, not how nice you are and how honest you are in the bloody studio. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna be so interesting, man. And even with Arsenal, before we go into it, I wanted to touch on Arsenal because Gyökeres has played two games now in pre-season. Obviously, one was a start, one was a few minutes. I'm not going to get on to him because I'm not naive to think, because he's played not great against Villarreal, he did play
footballing, man. You can do. You know me. I would troll online, but
you can do the troll thing. But
ball,
when it's ball talk, you get me. Like, the league ain't started yet. Let's give them a chance. But Arsenal in general, what are you thinking about them? Because a few of their guys on AFTV are like, I don't know, we're gonna get top 4. You see, lead judges is panicking. Like, Arsenal fans are very emotional. Look, we've got to have it right. They're very emotional. They want to win the league. They haven't won nothing in a long time.
So I would say Liverpool fans are as well. But when you're a City, even you lot, a United, a Chelsea, a Liverpool, a Spurs now, when you've got over the line, no matter what competition it is, big up Pete. I just see Pete's on Sky Sports. You know, Newcastle Pete Davey. Big up Pete if you come across this. But you know, if you're any of the other top 5 out of the 6, we've all got on the line. Yeah, it might not be different competitions, but we've all got something that we've lifted.
Yeah, sorry, go, bro.
Pick up my rums. What are you telling me?
Love that.
Bro,
love that.
It's been, you know what it is? The reason why, because we're a very emotional fan base, but the reason why they'll be more emotional is because, like I just said, if you're United, if you're Liverpool, if you're City, Chelsea, or Spurs, we've all got over the line in whatever competition in the last couple of years. They've not seen anything for going on 6 years. So it's like, I'm trying to get a good analogy for this, but like, it's like, when you're, the worst combination when you're tired, cold, and hungry, yeah? And then any little thing will irritate you. Whereas if you've ate and you've had a bit of sleep, you might be able to deal with that annoying person a bit more. But if you're just running on E, they're going to annoy you even more. So these man are just suffering to get. So any little thing winds them up. But I get it. If my club hadn't won nothing going on 6 years, I'll be going mad, bro. A club of their size, and especially the signings they've made. Because let's be honest, if it comes to the league, like, I know they've not won the league, but from where Arteta took them to now, they've made progression, but it's halted. That's the thing. Like, they have progressed, they've gone up to table, but it's halted. So, and my brother, obviously you two both know, Ryan, he was at the game yesterday and he said, bro, the atmosphere was dire.
Yeah,
they just looked stale. No one's created. He called me at half time, bro, and he's like, bro, I don't want to jump the gun, which they're still 4 weeks
left. It's the same football as last season.
Yeah, this looks a bit. This don't look encouraging. So they need to do something quick, bro, because it's looking stale. And I think, boy, I know there's been this conversation, but Chelsea, for me, I've got City second anyway. I remember, Syed, I've said it on your show. I feel like people are writing them off too quickly. But I think Chelsea could be that team to leapfrog them, honestly.
That would be big, especially in London, because the youth and the lack of experience for Chelsea, I think later on in the season, it will catch up with them. But if they then finish above Arsenal, who have the meanest and leanest defence in the league, which normally they say defence wins you titles, goals wins you games, that would be a poor indictment on Arsenal, especially going out and getting their striker. Let me just shout out, say, people, make sure you smash a like. Big up, see you coming through. I saw his private chat. I thought his mum was saying something to me, like, I need to get a drink or something. I thought, I was like, right. Now, big up, say, obviously, just talking on Sesko, Baleba, obviously. Give us your thoughts, man, because obviously I messaged you because I know that your family. So I thought, let me just quickly say.
Yeah, literally, I was outside and I was like, you know what, man, this is madness. And then I actually did. You were the one that texted me. I wasn't even like anything. I was like, yo, what's going on here, man? And then boom, I seen it reach an agreement. I was like, listen, man, that's swift. That's very quick. From when we made a bid. Did we make a bid on Monday or was it Tuesday? Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah. We did the show. We done the show. Yeah. Tuesday, Thursday, I can't lie, bro. And we only made the inquiry. I think it was like late Sunday night. Apparently, we were making an inquiry about. So,
and then that's it because Newcastle bid late Monday night.
Yes, there you go. So you have to give Vivell Wilcox the credit and say, you know what, man, the swiftness in which they did this. Obviously, we gave them a lot of shit for their Bumo deal, but we realized that, them man, Brentford are not making it. They're not making it easy for us. But this one here, Sesko wanted to come. You know, and this is what I was saying. As soon as Sesko wanted to come, United didn't need to do anything before that. We just need to know that. Did you want to come, United? Newcastle?
Yeah, no disrespect. You're right. Me and Ron said it. It's like you're coming. If you want to come United, and we're not bidding,
man.
I feel like we're not bidding either.
You've delayed our deal, though. Thanks for that. You've delayed our Isaac deal.
Yeah. No, you might hold that.
We're definitely going to touch that. But I feel like Man United are not bidding for players without having an inkling that they want to come. We're not looking like idiots. Like when we done the Frankie de Jong thing all summer 3 years ago, like it was a waste. We got Casemiro last minute. You know what I mean? A couple updates here and there.
Did we bid for Delap?
I think we had talks with Delap. No. I don't think you bid Delap. And the talks didn't go great. So we knew from the get-go. We knew from the get-go that he was probably going to choose Chelsea. But like for me, Said, it's so funny you're on here because I didn't know he was going to come on. I actually just said to Ron, the same question me and you were debating in the show.
Yeah, we literally just speak.
I literally just said, Said, he that might be the first time he's got me because now, bro, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking top four. Me and Ron said it's done, but Newcastle, Villa, Spurs, and then us, bro. Top six. It has to be looking at top six.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. If we get Baleba, I'm thinking top five.
Top four. If we get Baleba.
Nah, I think the top four set, man. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think
one game a week.
I know, but I just think for me, they're strong, man. Chelsea have built a lot of players in their team. They could get sidetracked. You never know. But I think the four that are there, I think they've got their place secured. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
You think there's a little bit of a gap? You think there's a gap now?
Yeah, there's a gap. I think there's a gap there. I think everything after that, Tottenham, Aston Villa, United, I think we're all in one boat. We're all in one boat. And it's the case of, right, who's got the best tools? Who's got the best players? Who can score more goals? With United have got a clear advantage now of one game a week. We have
and getting targets that them rivals wanted. And Bumo, Tottenham and Newcastle, Cunha, Newcastle, I believe, or whoever, Cunha, someone else wanted as well. Sesko, Newcastle wanted.
Yes, you know what I mean? So, end of the day, and the players that we're bringing in now, okay, Sesko, I wasn't keen. I was keen on Watkins. I'm not going to deny that, but Cunha and Boomer, nobody was arguing that amongst the fan base. But Baleba, if you get him on top as well.
Said, I'm telling you now, I'll take my top off and I'll run around my street.
Fabrizio Romano, what's he said here? Is this a little... He says here, Liverpool maintain their focus at Alexandre Isak for the final weeks of the window. New proposal ready to be submitted if Newcastle open the door for move. Isak maintains his position. He doesn't want to play or stay at Newcastle. He wants to leave and join LFC. So there might be another bid coming in, bro.
But this is where we've done our part because now we've made it harder for them because we've got Sesko.
Yes, we got Sesko.
Their alternative is Jackson, apparently.
Jackson,
I've seen today, not that, don't know if he's that credible. I think it's that, was it that Sasha Taglieri guy? However you
yeah, he's all right. But listen, anyone can be credible now. As soon as you get if you get a
if you get it before everyone else,
Callie has told us that anyone's credible now, man.
Yeah,
but even though he's doing a bit too much, though, no, I can't lie to you. Some of the tweets now, I'm like,
he's doing
relaxed. He's doing a bit too much now, bro.
I said that in the future. He's riding. You know when it's like riding the crest of the wave. That is him.
What's that comedian says? You're ruining it. What's that man that says? You're ruining it.
Logan, Ty Logan.
Yeah.
No word. But do you know what? Like I said, I say it to you all the time, Tyler. That's probably that's a nice segue into the Isaac stuff. But like, it will get done, but it's just a matter of when. Because I feel like honestly, if Newcastle got Sesko, I think the Isaac deal could have been done within.
Exclusive from Grave Cope. Alexander Isak will not play for Newcastle in the Cellar Cup games this weekend. More on that and big development on one incoming at 5 p.m. in the transfer special.
That it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. When a player like this isn't even like, oh, he's interested in coming. He just wants to come to us.
He just wants to come. He's not training. Like,
yeah. And do you know what it is?
You know what it is, Roms? I'll let you down because I know you're a Liverpool and you want to come in.
Yeah.
But even on top of that, when you've got your best player who's probably on quite a lot of wages and you can get that sort of money from 140, do you want that type of player in your atmosphere? Eddie Howe, think of Eddie Howe, good coach, good man manager, Newcastle, well-run club, great fans. You don't want them type of people around. The fans will even get, once the fans start turning up Newcastle as well, you ain't coming back into that team. So,
you know what? When I type in Isak or whatnot, you see all the Geordies. I'm going off the line. I'm not gonna lie and say I know any Newcastle fans apart from Pete, but that's probably about it, right? Like, there's a few. I've always said there'll be a minority that'll be fickle. If he starts banging in goals, they'll be like, you know, you're helping my club, you're helping us win games. But the majority are done with him. I've seen on Twitter and whatnot them saying even if he comes back and bangs in bare goals with like how he's acted, it's pure disrespect. So in this case, I think you're right. I actually feel we won't play for them again. Big up. I think Ali A said it in the chat. I genuinely think Isak doesn't play for them again.
He don't play. He don't play again.
He's holding out for this move. This is what I mean. When a player wants, it's literally like the Sesko deal. When you look, we're like, oh, Newcastle involved, but you're not really worried because he wants United. That's why anyone that enters this race, or Isak wants us, and this is what I'm saying. As long as the player wants us and he's putting pressure on. Same way you were saying about Baleba. Baleba could be a catalyst if he puts pressure on Brian.
Yeah, he needs to put pressure, then he'll bring the money down.
Bring the money out. Exactly, because no club, it's not good to keep a player that doesn't want to be there. And when they get to this desperate space, I was speaking to like friends off YouTube and they were saying, oh, but like United and Chelsea were able to do it with Cristiano Ronaldo and Hazard, but like they weren't this desperate to leave. Like they agreed that they'll stay one more year. Like all of our clubs have had to do it. Chelsea have lost Hazard. Mons always says Chelsea have lost Hazard. You lot have lost Ronaldo. We've lost Suarez, Coutinho, Torres. You name it.
You know it's their last season.
Exactly. And it's like, hold on, who do you think you are? Because we're bigger than you. All of us have had to lose players in the future. Probably bar City, but City are a bit more recent. Do you know what I mean? City are probably the only club have not lost a player in their peak that they really cared about because Aguero stayed beyond this peak. KDB stayed beyond their peak. You could say Leroy Sané, but was he one of the main mainstays at the time?
Yaya Toure,
they all stayed in their peak. So they're the ones
I'm sorry for though. I feel sorry for Eddie Howe, man. I feel sorry for him. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Listen, you know what? He's a good guy. He's a good coach. Delivered them there. Imagine delivering your first trophy, and this is how your summer's been.
True. They got a trophy as well, you know.
70 years, bro. And this is how I'm not saying the game is a game, innit? You know what I mean? It's not down to him to deliver a trophy, to deliver whatever. But bro, you should have backed this brother to the hill, man. He's a good coach.
It's just Elanga, isn't it?
Elanga
and he doesn't really like lift the bar massively.
And then Ramsdale as well. Ramsdale.
Oh, but see, and Nick Pope is still there anyway. So really, it doesn't make much difference. The only problem is like, did Newcastle make the mistake of only putting their eggs in a couple baskets rather than saying, look, you know, like a Liverpool or Man United, if we don't get plan A, but there's a plan B and C. Newcastle seemed like they had plan A only, and it's backfired.
Because you know what, look at let's just focus on their forward options. Harvey Barnes, I think, is good. Gordon's good. Ursula, I don't rate. Elanga, it's a bit under. Now, take away Isak from this equation. Their forwards aren't all that.
It's mid-table.
Yeah, literally, it's actually mid-table. Obviously, you've got Gordon. Gordon and Harvey Barnes can do something on their day. Elanga, for me, is a load of pace, no IQ.
Yeah.
That's why
transition player. He's good away from home at Anfield and on the counter.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's why when people doing the revisionism stuff, aren't United fans upset that? No, but you can't say that because at United he weren't doing what he was doing at Forest. Different way of playing, different environment. But I just look at Newcastle attack. This is why I think, you know, I'll say even without Baleba, you finish above them because you've now got firepower. For me, some rival fans might not say that, but I look at Sesko and Bremer and Cunha, and I'm fearful of that. I'm starting to respect that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
If you look, let's say opening day of the season at this rate, it's a week away roughly. I don't know who they have there. Actually, they got Villa away.
They got Villa. Half 5 Saturday. Half 12 Saturday.
Early kickoff. So imagine they go into that.
Newcastle, Villa away.
At the first game of the season?
Yeah.
So, why do they always play at the start of the season every time, man? It's weird.
Yeah, they do.
They always play at the start of the season, man. That's weird,
You
man.
know what? There's a pattern though. I feel like a lot of teams, we always play Arsenal at the start of the season. Like, we kind of always play you at the start of the season. It's a bit weird how Premier League do it, but I think their front three will be Gordon, Osula, and Elanga. That's not scaring anyone.
It's not.
That's really not scaring anyone.
That's madness. They might even put
Eddie Howe might get to the point, Said, where he loves Newcastle, he likes being there, but you might start hearing ruffles about him.
Yep.
Because all it takes is Thomas Tuchel to have a bad World Cup, and all of a sudden Eddie Howe's into the England job.
No, but Said was saying if Amram don't start the season well and you don't give him the chop, he's a good suitor for you. You've been saying that for weeks, to be fair, and a lot of his players are now there. Not in Bremer, but the targets he wanted, Cunha and Bremer, like Sesko.
He could have said, you know what, man, I got my players here, man.
Genuinely, would you take Eddie Howe?
Yes, I would. I think people look for names like Xavi and all these guys, but you're looking at a manager who knows the league, has improved teams. This guy was at Bournemouth. Look where he took Bournemouth to. Look where he took Newcastle from. I think for me, he deserves more respect, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. His coaching has been very, very good at every level, bro. From the Championship all the way down, even the Champions League, bro. Like that game where they outclassed PSG, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah.
So I think for me, he deserves more respect. Like I said, I don't know whether United would ever get him and would he ever be available. And I don't think Newcastle would ever sack him. But
no.
At the same time, it would have to be that he would leave because he felt like he wasn't getting backed and he felt like there was no project here anymore. And then he would go. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't see him leaving, to be honest with you.
Nah,
to be fair. I don't know who broke this first, but I think let's just say it's a Sky Sports bomber. But apparently, Villa reject an offer for John McGinn.
Newcastle with him.
Yeah, no, Everton put in an offer. So Villa
Everton.
Wow. John McGinn and Kieran Dewsbury Hall. That's an energetic.
That's a nice little, and they're both left footed as well. Yeah. Dewsbury Hall is good. I actually like him, but he's just underrated because he come from Leicester.
Well, I just see that right now. Yeah, Villa say not for sale.
Yeah, because David Moyes has been fuming apparently that the window's been really quiet, and I hear him. To be fair, new stadium. Wow. You got Tierno Barry. You're meant to get Malik Fofana. That's gone quiet. So
now you know what, man? Because they lost to Corey, they've only got Ghana and Gay in there.
Yeah,
it's not great.
That Ima Bigurum guy, I don't rate him.
No, it's not all that, bro.
I don't know.
As a fair, McGinn, he has a place in the team, but he always gets shifted out and wide. You know, he doesn't really play centrally.
He's not as good as that. Obviously, he gives heart and that to the team, but I feel like Emery lacks his technicians. He's not as good as I think your Kamaras and your Banana. Yeah, he's not as good as them.
I like McGinn, man. I think he's underrated. I can't lie.
You know what
he chips in with goals. He chips in important goals as well.
How old is he now? How old is he?
He's probably like 29, 30, isn't he?
Yeah, he's back. He's late 20s. Has to be late 20s.
He's 30 now. He's 30.
Yeah, he's 30.
Remember, he come up with Villa Grealish days. So he's been in the Prem for like 7-8 years now.
Yeah, he's been a while, man. It's been a while. Remember, the Championship
players
final. It's gone to final.
Playing like them big games, and you need a workhorse. You know, we had the Parchy Sons, we had the Darren Fletchers. You just play them in certain games. I think John McGinn's at that level. A lower team, like he was at Sunderland, for example, like this guy here. Even Sunderland have got better pool than Newcastle at the moment. Xhaka and Dingra, Ronaldo come from Athletic Madrid. Habib Diarra from Strasbourg, I think it is hard to stay up, but the signings are solid.
Is this Diarra guy good? I know you're good with your European.
No, I've not watched him. I'm not watched this guy.
Diarra, have you watched him, Ty?
I haven't watched loads of him. I know Liam Rosenior is doing really well there at Strasbourg, but I haven't really watched him. The only time I watched him, Roms, was once, and they let me down. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Santos and him apparently did a good job. That was
because Santos was very good there. 100%. You're right. Smash the likes, people. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out Saeed TV as well. Obviously, Rom's on Big Six Bants and then our other channel, Never a Foul. But make sure you run up the likes. I appreciate all the community inside showing love. Do you know what? I'm glad Saeed's here as well because Roms, I wanted to ask you this. I was going to ask you last week, but you couldn't stream with me after Saeed's show. Yeah. You see Liverpool. I was having this debate. You know my brother Alex, the one you know?
Big on Alex.
I was having this debate with him, right? And my I've got a little title in here saying, "Are Liverpool in trouble?" And look, you're not in trouble, but hear me out. You're looking at Alexander Isak, right? And you're potentially going to get him. So that's him and Ekitike. Harvey Elliott, we don't know what's going to go on. I heard him the other day speaking that I've got to progress my career. I want to play every week. So that's cool.
I think we sell him eventually.
You think we sell him, right? So then you've got Salah on the right. You've got, obviously, on the left, you've got Cody Gakpo. And then you've got this young guy, Rio, yeah? But he's only 16. You've got to remember that. And up front, you've got Ekitike and potentially Isak. My issue with Liverpool, despite their amazing window, is that Luis Diaz, for me, is a miss. And this is what I'm going to say. Like, I'm happy for Diaz. He's got a bigger contract. He's gone. He's 28. Cool. Some Liverpool fans are happy for him to go. When I look at it, right, Cody Gakpo is more like an inside forward, a shooter on site. Salah, creative a little bit more now. He's got older, but he's a shoot on site guy as well. When I'm talking about natural, purified wingers, Luis Diaz was the best one you had. He's a ball carrier. He can dribble. He works hard. He links with the fans. Like he gets the fans going, waves his hands around if he makes a good tackle or something. When I look at Liverpool and the players they're going for, Cody Gakpo, he's misfiring. It's like, okay, so you're going to rely on a 16-year-old Rio. Salah's not firing. Who's going to play on that side? You've got Ekitike and Isak. We know what Isak's going to do. That's cool. Florian Wirtz is a number 10 or can maybe play on Salah's side, but you haven't really replaced Diaz in terms of natural winger. Do you think you guys might be found out there? Or are you saying, nah, Liverpool, don't go and get a winger? I think you might need to go and get a winger.
You know what? You got a point there, you know.
You hear it? Natural winger.
I do believe that's why they're after Bacola. That's why they're after Bacola.
Yeah. Ali's here. He's saying it. We need another winger.
We do need another. And you're right. It's not that now we need to change the words and you're spot on time. We don't need a forward. We need a winger. Like we actually need an out winger. But this is why I think, do you want me to be honest? Slot's going to have a calculated risk. I can see us. I've said this for weeks. I think after Isak, it's Gahey or Leone from Parma. We're linked with a centre-back. I think after Isak and a centre-back, I think we're done. I genuinely think he's going to keep our left-wing options as Rio and Gakpo. Whether that comes back to bite us.
16 in the Premier League trying to defend the title.
The reason why I say that.
You've never defended the title. And you're
exactly. And I know it's risky, but that's why I said it's a calculated risk. If it backfires, it's, Slot, you left yourself short. But if it bangs, it's you're a genius. You saved money, whatnot. But I can't see us paying 110, 20, 30 million for Isak, then paying a 30, 40 for Leone or Gahey, then to pay for another winger. I can't see that happening. I genuinely can't see that happening. I know we're linked with Malik Fofana, but I think Isak's going to be our last forward. Do I think we need another winger, Ty? Yes, I agree with you. But I feel like Slot, he's going to take that calculated risk. He's going to He's going to have the hinges of.
You think that Rio he's a great talent, by the way.
You know what it is? You know what, Ty? Rio, Gakpo, and like you said, Wirtz will have a few left wing shit. I think in the big games, Wirtz plays left wing and we go with the midfield three that won off the league. Do I agree with that, Ty? I want an out and out. You know me, I like my wingers drop the shoulder, byline.
Yeah.
But I don't think Slot's going to do that. That's just my opinion. I feel like it's going to be a calculated risk. I know Malik Fofana, we've been linked with heavily, but I can't see
who's the one? Saeed mentioned Barcola today.
Bacola, yeah. Bacola.
I'm not. I was saying on Chaitra, I'm not personally his biggest fan. And another 85 million after spending 120 on Isak.
What they want?
Yeah, they won 100 million euros, bro.
5 million. They bought him for around about 30 odd million, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought maybe 50 million would do it.
Nah, look,
bro.
The minute I said that sum, look how your face went. Like, I don't want that.
Hutchinson's not in Brentford. I mean, that's not Brentford. Ipswich rejected 35 million.
Yeah, Forest, I think.
You're saying that Bacola's worth 50. Bacola's got more talent than Hutchinson.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, you see how football is.
It's the market rate. Do you know what?
You know what? You're coming from a team that won the treble.
Andy A just said, yeah. Paul Joyce just said we want attackers, not just one more attacker. Maybe we've got more money than.
Bro, I'm onto something. When I said this to my boy, he was like, "You might be right about this, I think." Because when I was talking natural wings, even I've got Saeed nodding like this. I've got Saeed.
Like, even if Chiesa stays, he's not a natural winger. He's more of an inside forward. Apparently, he might stay now. Apparently, he might stay because I know it's World Cup. Because Gattuso has told him. Apparently, him and Gattuso were on the phone, and he said, "Look, we know what you got." because one thing about international football, credit in the bank is a real thing. Like I'll
That
be with
is.
some coaches are cutthroat, but he potentially was one of the mainstays that won them that Euro. He spoke to me, said, "Look, my advice would be to leave Liverpool if you're not going to stay there because Gattuso wants him in the Italy team, but if you're not playing with his injury problems on top of that, it's going to be hard for him to get in the team."
Yeah.
So I think we might have to find a happy medium. Either if Chiesa stays, Slot has guaranteed him some game time, but you can't have some game time in
And
the
if
World
he
Cup year.
goes, you have to have a winger coming in.
Exactly, have to. Because at the moment, that just shows we've got 2 9s. We've got an out-and-out winger in Rio, but again, is he ready yet? Inside forward in Gakpo.
Inside forward
Salah.
in Salah.
He's an inside forward as well. Frimpong is an out-and-out winger, but I feel like I don't want him. I want him more from our defense.
Yeah.
I don't really want him.
And Harvey Elliott, like we said, is probably going to go maybe Tottenham with Maddison injured.
Tottenham or West Ham. Yeah.
What do you think of that side with this winger situation in Liverpool?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you're spot on. Diaz, Nunes, for me, whether you say they you know, whatever you think of them or not, they could operate on the left hand side. Nunes could play there on the left hand side. Diaz was the left winger. Gakpo is the only one, and you're gonna be putting a lot of pressure on Gakpo to then play on that side there. Rio's a young kid. Again, I don't know whether he's ready or not. I think for me, he's showing signs that he looks ready.
Yeah.
Obviously, RIP Jota every time, but we lost a
big loss.
Big loss. And then Salah, Ekitike right now, and Gakpo, the senior attackers, bro. That's for me not enough. But obviously, if you then add Ekitike, if you add Isak, and then you add a Mowingo, all of a sudden,
That's what I'm saying. It changes so much with Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Injuries that we got to admit are getting bigger and bigger because of the amount of games. I just think if Liverpool are looking at a weakness, centre back, you need someone. I think everyone knows that. It's whether you get someone or not. And then next season, like we discussed earlier before Said was on, you're going to go for the number 6 next year. Whether it's Baleba or Wharton, you're getting. I don't do it now.
We need this year.
Yeah, Said. If we don't get Baleba now, me and Roms are saying.
I can't take this season seriously if we don't buy a midfielder. We can't.
Yeah, bro. I can't. And if it's not Baleba, now they've gassed me up and like they've gassed me up, gaslit me. If they go for
now
Baleba,
we're gonna be like, oh, imagine we had a Baleba in midfield.
Yeah.
Imagine we had a Baleba. We're gonna be thinking about Baleba.
But the thing is, if we don't get Baleba, we get someone else, and the quality of that is from Baleba to someone, I'm gonna be so underwhelmed.
Yeah, I know.
It's like my mum telling me you're getting the PS5 for Christmas, and she comes back with the PS4.
You know what?
I've got a better analogy.
Did you watch your overlap? I'm sure. Did you watch your overlap? Because a guy said that today. You go on the overlap. The guy, the Villa, the Crystal Palace fan goes, "Yo, I've gone from the Champions League, so Europa League, so that was a PS5 to the Conference League. So I've got PS4." He said the same analogy. So I was like, "Yo,
I was going to do another one." It's like your parents called you, saying, "Yeah, I'm going to bring him some pizza," and you're assuming it's pizza, Domino's, whatnot, and they just bought an oven run from Asda.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Asda pieces are banging though. The
homemade one.
Bro, listen.
You know what's fine? You know what? They are banging, but you get the analogy that you're thinking it's going to be hot and baked. It's going to be fresh. These times, not only your parents come in, you now have to wait half an hour for it to cook.
I've got you ice cream. I've got you banging ice cream. They come on with choc ice cream. Nah, man.
Yeah. And again, choc ice are banging. I can't lie.
As I've got older, I appreciate it more, but I know what you're saying. It's going to be so interesting. I just think Liverpool need that. It's going to be the 3 positions. They need the winger, they need the centre back, and they need the number 6. They're not going to get all 3. They're not going to get all 3 now.
And I know some people might not agree with this because of we're going to break the record for him. But remember, Isak and Ekitike naturally drift out on the left. Do not be surprised if you see us line up with a front 3 of Isak, Ekitike, and Salah, and Isak and Ekitike just keep interchanging. Because if you look at a lot of
Isak back, Roms, are they going to work off the ball?
Ekitike, I think, will. With Isak,
it looks nice. It sounds pretty on paper, but really, the off the ball work where teams are going to say, "Look."
And you know what? Diaz was one of our best pressers. Diaz was one of our best.
Yeah, Diaz one of your best pressers. Sadio Mane was the same. In the last 7 years, 8 years, your left wingers have been immense pressers. Diaz and Mane, immense. The best in the league, probably. Actually, like I'll be honest, I'll be close to saying. So this is why I'm saying it's interesting. I'm not trying to pin holes in Liverpool, but like. If I have I've got to be a neutral. If I've got to ask questions and think, where can I see weaknesses in them? I'll look to the winger side. Someone said here, big up Saeed as well. Says Manchester United are planning internally to unveil Benjamin Sesko at Old Trafford on Saturday. before the Fiorentina game. Are you going, Saeed?
I'm 50-50. I've just got a few things to sort out, but I should be going.
Yeah,
But
that'll be
yeah,
our
that's gonna
last
be a madness. That's
official
gonna be a madness.
preseason game. Yeah, and then we'll have a behind closed doors one.
Having the Gea reunion and Sesko unveiling. Yeah.
So be
man.
interested to see if Sesko's in the squad for next week. What do you think, Say? By the way, I think he might be on the bench for Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah, he will be on the bench for Arsenal, but I think even, bro, imagine coming off the bench.
Oh,
scoring.
Have you trained much?
Nah,
he's not trained really that much, but because he's not like a guy that's like, you know what I mean, that's got muscle and that. He's more of a, you know what I mean, like he's more like, you know, like he's gonna
a skinny profile. They can sort of get fit
profile kind of, yeah. So he'll be easy to adapt. But I think for me, it's more so off the bench, and then I reckon we're gonna play Cuddy up front, Bruno.
Do you?
Yeah, Cuddy up front, Bruno on the left, and then Boom on the right, and then what we'll see is Mainu and Ugarte in the middle. I reckon
that's fair. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Højlund if he's still here.
Nah, brother, I don't want that guy near us, man. I swear down, bro.
I just need an out-and-out striker.
Apparently, Fabrizio Romano's put an update about Højlund, but I don't know whether it's true or not. People, let me know in the chat because he's liking posts, man. The guy's liking a post of Sesko joining Man United. Like, I'm like, yo, man, brother, like, yo, why you liking that, man?
It starts getting a bit. Then again, you know, you can't do wrong, you can't do right as a player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, apparently we've got to play a game, by the way, with the RB Leipzig. So the breakdown of the package is 85 million euro guaranteed, 3 million bonuses, 2 million expected value of the game versus RB Leipzig United. So we've agreed to a game with
that must be a preseason friendly next year, maybe.
I think that's very, very good, you know.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's cool.
It's good business,
and you know what? Do you know one thing I like? And people don't think of it like this. Leipzig, that type of team, they get players from Salzburg and they pull these young gems through, like we're talking about, from France or whatever. When it comes to doing business in the future, Leipzig, that type of team where they're like Porto's, Ajax, they're always producing players. So if you've got a good relationship with them teams, it helps you because in 5 years' time, we're going for a midfielder called Manfik or something random. Yeah. We got a good relationship with them. So I always think it's good to have a relationship with these players.
Put up Said in the chat. Put up his latest comment because this shows not everything's about money. It's about ambition.
Yeah. See what I mean?
I'm hearing as well. We're gonna offer Isak only 10 to 20 more K than the new deal that Newcastle were gonna offer. No, sorry. The new deal that Newcastle. Remember, Newcastle tried to entice him with a new deal. It broke end of last week. Our salary that we're offering him is like 50K less. So listen, Liverpool United, than the new one that he got proposed.
Wow,
it's about 50K less. So let's just have it right. When you're Liverpool United, the two biggest clubs in this country, players are going to want to come to you. It's just as simple as that. You just have to understand your place. So yeah, bro, like players like Isak and Sesko, it's not about the money, it's ambition. I know people will say, "Oh, you know that the dead response," but Newcastle are more ambitious than United. In the short term, yes. In the long term, come on, like you kind of know who. You know what I mean?
100%. It's going to be interesting. You know what? We've got 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks till the window closes. I think it's the end of August. So Arsenal,
it's a bit later than that. I think 3rd of September. They're saying.
Okay, even later then. So it's like Arsenal. Will they get their left winger /10? Because after yesterday, that's probably going to give more alarm bells. We've seen their fans crashing out already. Liverpool, will they get their centre back? Will they get Isak in? I think it happens. But, you know, Man United, midfielder, Baleba talks, Baleba links. I'd love it to happen. He's got to push for it. If not,
it'll be a mad end to the window. It'll be a mad end to the window.
It'll be one of the, you know what, Said? It'll be the best window since 2007.
See, everyone said that, you know, since 2007, you know. But
the Nani, Anderson, Tevez, Hargreaves.
Yeah, that's a good summer.
Yeah,
I do believe.
Window, you know.
I love this.
That's a window.
It's proper.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I felt after 2021 as well was madness. Sancho, Varane, and Ronaldo. I thought we were gonna win the quadruple. You know what I mean, bro? I swear that.
I had to burst the bubble. I remember I was telling me and you, I was arguing with you and Ralph. I said we should never have signed Ronaldo, but you don't know my thoughts.
I know.
Yeah, man. But
then
again,
I
understand.
I blame Statman Baines.
Yeah, I blame Baines as well. He still sends stuff in the group chat about him now, and I'm like, please, he's 20.
What's he saying?
He just anytime he scores a goal, he's like, oh, like what's Martial doing in Greece now? I'm like, oh,
Oh no.
He doesn't stop. Man, putting in videos of Ronaldo at least once a month, man. I know. You know them kids. Obviously, he's grown up now, but you know them little brothers that won't let it go.
Yeah.
He won't let it go. I like this. I will tell you more about Carlos Baleba and Manchester United in the next hours and days. So,
you know when people keep going off, people keep referencing Romano, and it's not been a tweet. It's off his YouTube channel, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's got one podcast. Here we go, one, and he's got another one as well. He's got two.
That's why I get confused. Cause I try to find it, and I can only find one of them.
Yeah, it's off his
YouTube. It's on his YouTube, and then obviously it's on his finger. But he's getting information from his agents, bro. See Carlos Baleba and them, man. Yeah, you see how they're different. They're gonna be like, "Yo, we'll give you information because we want our player to be at Man United, bro. Are you crazy?"
And even from a selfish point of view, we want our player to be at United, and it's more money for us as well. So they're looking at it.
What I mean,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a win-win.
If we're being honest, I know we know your agents can be bad. Like, remember, like, may you rest in peace, but Raiola for Pogba and whatnot. But at the same time, agents have to make a living, so they want the best move for that. They want the best financial move, should be safe for their player as well. Because I think some agents don't care about player welfare; they just care about this. Do you know what I mean?
Money, bro. I swear down.
They just care about the money.
Bruno's got a job now. Lenny Euro as well. He played with him at Lille. Lenny Euro agent, Lenny Euro, man.
Yeah,
he's the one that got
French, French as well. And Bumo Cunha, Anana, sorry. Like, if I'm Baleba, that's what I'm saying. Look, do you know what? I could do my ACL next year. I could do my ACL. I've got to move.
Yeah.
My boy off YouTube made a good point, and he's a United fan like you two. And he was like, bro, in the most selfish way, and I think you two would agree, you lot need Cameroon getting knocked out early. Because Baleba's Cameroonian, isn't it? Baleba and Mbeumo, if they go deep into it. But you know, I feel like people always exaggerate because they only miss that because FA Cup's chucked into there. Remember, you gave the opening round FA Cup.
Yeah.
In terms of Premier League, you only miss 2 or 3 games because everyone always says it with us. Salah Mane, oh my God, how are you going to cope?
It's only if they really get to the final you feel.
Even then, Ty, you only miss 2 to, because remember you have the winter break in there as well, so you only really end up missing
winter break. Yeah.
You get the first round of FA Cup. I think the
winter break.
Last year we didn't have one, but remember they started to introduce half the Prem will play one week. Half the Prem play 1 week. Half the Prem play.
Oh yeah. That's true.
So the things I think people do exaggerate this, but do you know what could be key though? It's not even the games you miss; it's the teams you're playing against that you miss. Let's say you
had Arsenal. Do you remember?
Yeah,
you had Arsenal.
Yeah, it was Arsenal, and that's the year that they went deep into the 23-24. Sorry, when they were only 2 points behind City, and they spanked us 3-1. So this is the thing with the AFCON, and I feel like people exaggerate. But let's say the 2 games and Mbeumo and Baleba miss are like Anfield away and like Arsenal. Actually, can't be Arsenal at home, but you get the just Anfield away and maybe Chelsea at Old Trafford. Like that's when it's like, because that can shape your season. So,
bro, you know what it is for me? Arsenal game, we must win. I need to beat that game there because then all of this gas and all of this feeling of all these players coming in, brother, we can't be having the same. We've got to go in there first game of the season, and then everyone's getting prime Arsenal on that first night. Popcorn ready, League on it, emergency stream. We go to Troops TV, then we go to Turkish, then we go over there, then we go Big Six Pants, then we go down here. Bro, I'm just gonna be everywhere that day. But that's if we win. If we don't win, then I'm in the car park.
If you don't beat Arsenal, we going into the international break. There's a world where they only get 3 out of their opening 9 because I always back us to beat them at Anfield.
Bro,
they've not beat us in the league at Anfield in 13 years. 2012 was the last time they had a league win at Anfield. They've had a few Carabao Cup wins in that time. But let's say they lose against United, probably beat Leeds at Emirates, I'd like to think. But then Leeds have, they're the Monday night game. I forgot who they have, but Leeds have their opening game at Ellen Road. If they win that and they go into the Emirates with their tails up, there could be a world, where Arsenal possibly have none out of their first 9 points. They have no points, or they might have 1 point. But Leeds at Emirates, you would expect them to win that. But United away and Liverpool away, that could easily be 2 losses for them. And then Arteta is under a. Do you not remember the start of the season where they lost their first 3 in a row, and then they had, I think, Norwich on the game back, and Arteta had to win that game, otherwise he would get sacked. And then they went on a mad run. And they went on a mad run.
Did they? Okay,
bro. Aubameyang scored like a fluky goal.
You got to remember it. Like, they need to win there, and I think they got Newcastle as well in there. There's some tough teams in there, man. Obviously Newcastle, you never know how they could. But the thing is, with Newcastle, they might be, when it's like everyone's against us and that, like they might have that sort of mentality this year. I know they're against the wall, us against the world. They might go on a madness. And listen, they shouldn't have the quality to do so. But bro, they might go on a mad one where, you know what, it'll galvanize them, bro. But like I said to you, football don't work out like that, does it? Really? Let's be honest. It's one of them where you need quality, man. You need quality, bro. End of the day,
100%. Nah, it's so true. It's so true. Said, are you live after this, by the way, or not?
No. I'm not live till tonight, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. I was going to redirect if you were.
No.
I'm going to wrap it up there. Hour 15. Right, that went quick, man. That was sick ball talk, though. I like it when it's just us, man, just chilling, chatting.
Quickly, what time do Spurs and Bayern play? I'm
going to watch it.
Yeah. Big up, man. I'm near you. I'm down in Bedford, Luke. So big up for watching, man. Good luck with the season for Northampton and that as well. But yeah, Roms, big up for coming on side as well. Love every time.
Come on, bro, man. Like and subscribe, people, man.
Yeah, man. Please do that. Make sure I'm trying to get on the way to 5K. I'm trying to be consistent as well. Said's been on to me for ages. Be consistent. I actually have been with videos this year. So last month, I need to carry it on. I'm going to try and do a whole season of being consistent. So hopefully I can do that for you guys.
That's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, guys. Check out Said TV. I'm just going to see who's live as well. I think Big Six Bants might be live as well. Let me just have a look. Yeah, Big Six Bants, I think, are live. So I'm going to send that over to there. Now, guys, make sure you check out Roms as well on Twitter and stuff and that as well. Make sure you like, subscribe. Big up everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you on the other side.
Come on.
Bless up.